Hey everybody, what's up? All right, everyone. So we're gonna get started in just about a minute here. So you'll need your yoga mat or a space to practice. And we're gonna go over sequencing today. So if you want, you can grab a notebook and a pen. I'll also post all this information on your Moodle page. All right, well, it's 1:30, so we'll get started. Welcome back to class, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. How did it go on Thursday? Did you all watch the video link that I sent you? How was everyone's success with that? Did you guys do class?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, cool. Did it feel different than practicing together?
Yeah, I mean it was a little weird, but I mean, yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, we're gonna go over sequencing. So I'm gonna share my screen with you. And your assignment for the week is to craft a yoga class and teach it to someone. So what I want you to do is taking everything we're going to learn today into your own practice, and you're going to write out a yoga sequence, and then you're going to practice teaching it to someone. It can be like a shorter practice as long as it's complete, maybe just 15, 20, 30 minutes. And then once you do that, I want you to record you teaching to someone and then send it to me to my email. If for any reason you can't do that recording, if you can just write out your sequence and then write a short explanation of how your experience went with that. Would be great. So a lot of this you will hopefully sound familiar and you should know. A yoga class, the sequencing kind of is like a mountain. So it starts and then we warm up, we get to maybe some peak poses and we slow down, we have Shavasana. So some people get really into sequencing. You can sequence around a certain body part or a certain area or a certain pose, like leading up to a peak pose. So if you think about that mountain, that's at the very top. So the beginning of a yoga class, and this is a vinyasa flow class, the kind of yoga we practice together, is the centering. And centering is usually in a seated position. That's how we usually start. Child's pose, sometimes lying on the back in Shavasana. So any restful position where you can come into the space and come together. And that usually will involve some breathing, maybe welcoming. Maybe that's where we set the intention. And if you're theming a class, that's where you would introduce your theme for the class. So after our centering, then we move on to some warm-up exercises. And I just like added a couple poses in here. So warm-ups is, we'll usually do tabletop, cat-cow, maybe extended one arm and one leg, thread the needle, warm up the wrists, the toes, the ankles, fingers. So those are some examples of warm-ups. And then we move into sun salutations. And there are 2 sun salutation variations. I mean, there are a lot, but kind of a basic template is Surya Namaskara A and Surya Namaskara B. Sun salutation A, sun salutation B. So we'll do both of those today. And today's class, I'll probably be talking more than I usually would, just kind of giving you some insider commentary on how the class is planned. After sun salutations, then we move to some more challenging standing poses. We'll usually move through some warriors or maybe crescent lunge, triangle, that kind of thing. And then move into balance poses like half moon pose or standing split.
I get to do a red.
So that is where you might incorporate your peak position. And then you can keep kind of the heat moving with some core, and then starts to slow down. You might remember in our classes, we usually do some hip openers, some seated forward folds. So as we kind of move down from the peak of balancing seated, core strength and back bends, hip openers and twists. And then sometimes we do inversions like a shoulder stand or headstand or handstand. And then relaxation, Shavasana is a very important part of any class. And that there's time, pranayama at the end, or meditation. You can also have the pranayama and meditation at the beginning of class. So I'll post this in your Moodle, and that's your assignment for the week. And if you guys can put your screens on, then I can like see you, and I can know you're doing the class. And I guess this doesn't really apply to anyone here, but there's one person in this class who cannot attend regularly because they have a job, but unless you've let me know that you can't attend this class in real time, it's just like regular class, like you're supposed to be here with attendance. So just so you know about that. Does anyone have any questions about the assignment or anything else? I'm gonna unmute you guys. Yeah, you're unmuted. Any questions? Anything going on?
How long does the sequence have to be?
Only like about 20 minutes. It doesn't have to be long at all, as long as you can make it complete.
Okay.
Anybody else?
What was this assignment for again?
So it's just your like weekly assignment. Since we can't see each other, I'm kind of more adding homework since the participation is kind of hard to grade, and that's your biggest grade in the class. And since I can't really see you and we're not together as much, so there's one document that was posted on Moodle with your assignments, like updated syllabus and updated assignments for the semester. So last week you had your Yama and Yama essay, and then this week it's about sequencing, making your own yoga class. Any other questions? Okay, we will get started. So Find yourself in a comfortable position, and I'll mute you all. And just try to stay with it, stay present, be here. I know you could black out your screen and just be doing other things, but I really appreciate if you were really trying to be here in the class. So find a comfortable seat, sit tall, sit well. And to begin, it might feel good to just kind of gently rock your hips a little side to side, maybe forward and back, and create a nice long spine. Take a deep breath in and squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears. And then exhale, let your shoulders drop down. 2 more like that, releasing stress. Inhale, shoulders lift. Exhale, drop. 1 more time, inhale, shoulders squeeze up. Exhale, drop. Now a couple big circles, bring your shoulders up, around, back and down, up, around, back and down. 1 more time, up, around, back and down. Good, give yourself a little shake, and then really feel your sitting bones ground into the mat. Lift tall through the spine. See if you can find a gentle lift up through the crown of the head. You can keep a soft gaze on the floor or close your eyes. Start to tune into your breath. Feel the breath move in and out of the nose. Feel the belly rise and fall. And then take this time at the beginning of practice to really welcome yourself here. Welcome all of your parts, parts of you that you might want to push down or ignore, the parts of you that might feel scared or uncertain. Just allow yourself to come here in all ways. Start to really focus and see if here you can commit to being really present on the mat this afternoon. Really attentive to what's going on, what you're learning, what you're breathing and feeling, how you're moving. Good. Now bring your hands together in front of your heart. So now is the time, if you're teaching your class, that you might set an intention. If you had a theme, you could introduce it here. It's a nice place to kind of tell your class where you're going or what you're doing. So hands together at your heart, take a full breath in. Let a big sigh out. And then if you'd like to set a personal intention for your practice, you can do that now, choosing a word to focus on or a phrase. Breathe in, breathe out. Now pressing your palms together, reach your arms up towards the ceiling, and then stretch your arms out and down by your sides. Good. Moving into our warm-up exercises. Inhale, arms stretch up. And then exhale, arms float down. Matching the movement and the breathing. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, arms float down. 1 more time. Inhale, arms stretch up. Good. Take a twist to the right. Right hand behind your back. Left hand outside the knee. Inhale, sit tall. Good. Exhale, twist. Good. Again, inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist back. Good. Come back to center, reaching forward. Lower your right hand down. Reach your left arm up and over. So side bend, really lengthen through your side. Maybe that bottom forearm is pressing down. You can lift your chest up. And then rise back up to center. Take a twist to the left. Right hand outside the left knee, left hand behind your back. Inhale to sit up tall. And then exhale, twist. Good. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And then last breath here. Come back around to center. Left hand down. Right arm up and over. Really reach to the side. You roll that top wrist a little. Good, and then rise back up to center. Hands on your knees. Take a couple of half neck rolls. Let your chin drop down. Roll your head over to the right shoulder. And then let your chin drop down. Roll your head over to the left. So continuing like that, roll your head to the right. Roll your head to the left. And if you want, you can circle your head all the way back and around. Full neck circles. And getting into some of the tension you might be holding in that upper back, the neck, the shoulders. Good. Circle in the other direction. Good, and then lift back up to center. Take a deep breath in. Let a big sigh out. And then swing your legs around behind you. Come to the back of the mat in child's pose. So big toes touch, knees go wide. Send your hips onto your heels and stretch your arms forward. Let your forehead touch the floor. And maybe just rock your hips a little side to side. Maybe rock your forehead a little temple to temple. Just continuing to check in with your body here. Now from here, see if you can activate your child's pose. Bring your hips back a little further. Stretch your arms out in front of you a little bit more. And then lift your gaze, tent up onto your fingertips. Walk your upper body over to the right. And then lift your gaze, come onto fingertips, walk your way through the center and then over to the left. Good. Back on fingertips and through the center. One more breath in child's pose. And then rise up onto all fours, tabletop position. So aligning the wrists under shoulders, the knees under hips. Begin with some cat-cows here. So let the belly drop, gaze up, toes tuck. And point your toes and round your spine, cat. Two more, inhaling cow. Exhale, arch and round for cat. Last one, inhale and exhale. So continue with our warm-up exercises. Reach your left leg back and stretch your right arm forward. Opposite arm and leg. Good, hug your elbow to knee, squeeze in. Reach your arm and leg forward and back. And then round and curl elbow to knee. Last time, reach it forward and back. Good, now place your right hand down and your left foot down. Spin onto the outside edge of your right leg. So you're in a supported side plank. Right hand, right knee, right foot all in a line. See if you can lift that left leg up. Maybe 2 times lift it. Good, and then rise up, come into gate pose, shoulders stack over your hips, arms extend. Good, tuck your right toes and then sit your hips back onto your heels, stretch your arms forward. Start to feel a stretch and opening that left hamstring, thigh. Good, and then rise back up, turn towards the top of the mat, back to your tabletop position, rock your hips from side to side. Good, stretch your left leg back and your right arm forward, pull your navel in, engage your core. Elbow to knee, squeeze. Reach forward and back. 2 more, elbow to knee. Forward and back, last one, squeeze. Extend, and now lower your left knee down. Spin your foot behind your knee, extend your right leg back, reach your right arm up. Maybe the right arm reaches up and over, opening through your sides. And then see if you can lift your right leg up. Maybe do that a couple times. Good, put it down, rise up, gate pose. Shoulders over your hips, arms extend. Slide your right hand down your right leg. Good, rise back up. And then tuck your left toes, sit your hips back. Maybe forearms come down, feel a stretch in your right inner hamstring. It might feel good to make some micro movements here, rocking a little forward and back. And then straighten your arms, rise up, come again to the top of the mat and to face the front of the mat in your tabletop position. Good, so warm up exercises. Now we'll move into some sun salutations, continuing to warm up. So spreading your fingers wide, really root into the first finger and thumb, tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. So first downward dog with class. Start to pedal your feet out a little. Left heel, right heel, back and forth. Good, and then settle back with your downward facing dog, exhale. Come high into your toes and walk your feet to the top of the space. Fold forward, nice and deep, maybe you sway a little. And then bring your hands up onto your shins, look forward and lengthen. Refold in. Stretch your arms to the sides or forward as you rise all the way to stand. Reach up and lift up in your mountain pose, Tadasana. Good. And then arms come down by your sides. All right, so Surya Namaskara A, sun salutation A. Exhale, arms come down by your sides. And then inhale, stretch them up. Take your right hand to your left wrist, reach up and over to the right. Come back to center, switch, left hand, right wrist, up and over to the left. Good, back to center, option for a back bend here, hips forward, chest forward, maybe the elbows drop back. Good, back to center, then forward fold to lower down. Lengthen your spine, gaze forward. Plant your hands down, step your feet back to plank. So remember, you can always drop to your knees or right from here, lower yogi push-up, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Back to downward facing dog. So that's your Surya Namaskara A. We'll do that one more time. Continuing to pedal out your feet, maybe move your hips side to side. Come high into your toes. A little bend of your knees. Walk your feet to the top of the space. Look forward and lengthen. Refold in. Stretch your arms to the sides or forward all the way to stand. And then hands to your heart, Tadasana. Good, so one more, Surya Namaskara A. Exhale. Inhale, arms reach up. Option to add the twist or the side bend, right hand to the left wrist. Maybe you step your left foot behind your right. You can do a little bend and then work to straighten. Back to center, feet together, switch. Go left hand, right wrist. Reach up and over the left. Maybe you step your right foot behind your left. Back to center, feet together, arms up. Maybe back bend. And then forward fold, lower. Take your flow your way up, dog, or halfway lift. Let your hands step your feet back. Slow it out, chaturanga, yogi push-up. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing. So if any of these poses don't work for you and your body, remember you can always modify, find a different variation. Maybe take a table instead of down dog, or we can skip the chaturanga and do a ton of push-ups. All up to you. So one more breath here. And then lift high into your toes, a little bit of your knees. Maybe you want to hop, float, or just walk your feet to the top of the space. Nice deep fold here, lower. And then lengthen your spine, gaze up. Reach your arms out to the sides as you rise all the way to stand. And then hands at your heart, mountain pose. So that was Surya Namaskara A. Now we'll do Surya Namaskara B. Bend your knees, sink your seat, sweep your arms up, chair pose, Utkatasana, sit low, stretch high. So you can really sit back, and then forward fold to lower down. Look forward and lengthen your spine. Plant your hands, take it back. Plank, chaturanga, up dog, downward facing. Stretch your right leg up and back, and step your right foot forward. Spin your back heel down, reach your arms up, warrior one. So a sun salutation B is kind of like a sun salutation A with two warriors and chair. Lower your hands, step it back. You can go straight to downward dog if you're tired, or take your vinyasa, plank, chaturanga, up dog. Downward facing, other side, left leg lifts. Step it forward, back heel turns, arms up for warrior one. Reach up, really turn your hips forward, your ribs forward, stretch high. Good, hands to the mat. Left leg goes back, plank. Take your flow, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Back to downward dog with child's pose. Really center yourself, settle your thoughts, get clear, focused, present. Good. High onto your toes, bend your knees, walk your feet to the top of the space. Look forward and lengthen your spine. Lower down. Bend your knees, sink your seat, stretch your arms high, chair. Good, all the way to stand, the arms come down, mountain pose. So those are your sun salutations, Surya Namaskara A, Surya Namaskara B. So now we'll move into some standing postures, into some of the warrior poses. So very top of your mat, mountain pose, shoulders down and back. Good. Step your left leg to the back of the mat. Take a deep bend of the front knee. So you're in a crescent lunge. Reach your arms up. Sit nice and low. And then twist your left arm forward, right arm back. Rise back up, arms stretch high. Spin your back heel down, open your arms out wide, warrior two. Now really get low here. Challenge yourself, arms extend. Good, reverse your warrior, take it back. Keep bending that front knee deeply. Rise back up, extended side angle. Right forearm to thigh, left arm can reach up, or maybe all the way up and overhead. Good, rise back up, warrior two. Straighten your front leg, heel toe your back foot in, shortening your stance for triangle pose. So send your hips back, stretch your front arm forward, lower right hand down, left arm up. Maybe you can slide that right hand down in line with your ankle. Maybe you hover it, use your core, stretch that bottom arm forward. Good, lower down and fold, pyramid pose. So heel toe your right foot to the right, left foot to the left. Square your hips. And then option here, you can bring your hands to your heart, really engage through your core, keep your back flat, maybe the arms stretch back, balance, or you can place your hands down and really feel into that stretch. Good, from here, walk your hands back or place them down, twist your triangle pose, left hand down, right arm up. Think low, middle, upper back twist. Good, lower your hands down. Bend into your front knee, step your left foot up to meet the right, top of the mat, and then come down into a squat, malasana. So you can get your heels to drop down. Maybe the elbows press the knees open, chest is lifting. Good, and then straighten your legs, rise to stand. Again, mountain pose, breathe in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Big exhale. Good, so other side. Step your right leg to the back of the mat. Back heel lifts. You can keep your hands at your chest or stretch your arms up. Crescent lunge. Twist, right arm forward, left arm back, water wheel. Rise up, crescent. And then open out for warrior two. Deep bend in the front knee. Shoulders are stacked over your hips, arms extending out. Sit nice and low, gaze forward. Good. Then reverse your warrior. Take your right hand down your back leg. Left arm reaches up and over. Keep bending that front knee so deep. Good. Rise back up, extended side angle. Left forearm to thigh. Right arm reaches up, or you can circle it down and then forward, over. Long line of energy through the whole right side of your body. Rise back to warrior two. And then straighten your front leg. Shorten your stance. Triangle pose. So heel toe that back foot in, arms extend, left toes forward, right toes to the side. Reach out, send your hips back, and then reach your left arm down and your right arm up. Just really lengthen through your spine, through your side here. Stretch your right arm up, breathe. Good, rise back up. Pyramid pose. Turn to the top of the mat, heel toe your left foot left. Step your right foot up and over to the right. Hands on your hips, extend forward and down. So you can hold with a flat back, maybe stretch your arms back, or place your hands on the floor. Nice deep stretch here in your left leg. Good, now twist. Right hand down, left arm up, revolve your triangle pose. Think low, middle, upper, back. Good, left hand comes down. Good, and then bend into your front knee. Step your right foot forward, come into a squat. Drop down, breathe in. Exhale. From here, rise all the way to stand in your mountain pose, hands together, feet together. Breathe in. Exhale. So those are some balance poses. So we did our sun salutations, some warriors, and now we're going to move into some more standing poses, adding in some balance. So we're going to meet in downward facing dog. You can just come down and walk there, take a flow in between. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, hands down. You can go straight to downward dog or take your flow. Come forward, lower chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Stretch your right leg up and back. Step it forward between your hands. Lift your back heel up. Crescent lunge. Reach up high. Now extend your upper body forward over your front leg. Come forward at an angle. And then from here, see if you can rise up to airplane pose. Balance on that right foot, chest down, leg up. Good, open up for half moon. Right hand down, left arm up. If you have something you can support yourself with, like a yoga block or a water bottle, you can grab that. Good, now from here, revolve your half moon. Left hand down, right arm reaches. Good, both hands come down for standing split. Walk your hands in, lift that left leg up nice and high. Maybe lift your right heel up and down, balance and hold. Good, now bend your left knee and come all the way to the floor. Come down to a seated twist. So right leg is on top. Lift up tall through your spine, reach your left arm up. And then hook it outside your right knee for a twist. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist back. One more breath, breathe in. Exhale. Come back to center and counter twist the other way, hands down, chest bows. Good. And then rise back up to center. Uncross your legs, come into boat pose, Navasana, arms up, legs up. So this is a core strengthener, so it's sometimes nice between sides to mix it up with a different pose or different kind of pose. And you can hold your boat or come down, extend your arms and legs, low boat. Maybe a couple times, or just hold. Good, everyone rise up to boat. Cross your ankles, roll over your knees, place your hands down, lift your hips, down dog. If you want to take a flow, go for it. Roll out to plank, lower chaturanga, up dog or cobra, downward dog. Other side, left leg is lifting nice and high. Step it forward between your hands. Lift your back heel. Reach your arms up. Crescent lunge. Nice deep bend in the front knee. Draw your ribs in. Now extend your upper body forward over your front leg. Reach. And then spring off. Balance on the left foot. Right leg lifts. Airplane pose or warrior. Good. Now left hand comes down. Right arm reaches. Half moon pose. Really flex that right foot. Kick back. Try not to fall. If you do, come back up. Good. Now switch your hands. Right hand comes down. Internally rotate that right hip, so square your hips. Reach your left arm up. Good. Both hands down. Standing split. Right leg is lifting nice and high. Lift, lift, lift. Maybe walk your hands in. Maybe you want to put handstand hops. Good. Bend your knees and have a seat right knee behind your left ankle. Good, so sit up nice and tall here, reach your left arm up, and bring it behind your back. Maybe the right elbow hooks outside the left knee. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, twist back. Last one. Come back to center, counter twist, other way, hands down, chest bows. Back to center, uncross your legs, swing them around, and rest in a child's pose. Feet together, knees together, arms down by your side. This is called sleeping child's pose. Usually we do extended with the knees wide. Just take the time to check in with your body and notice and feel how that little amount of movement really makes you feel. Take one more deep breath here. Good, and then as you're ready, rise up to tabletop position. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, down dog. And then walk your hands back to your feet, forward fold. Let your upper body hang and get heavy, maybe shake out your head. And now let your fingertips be like paintbrushes sweeping around your feet with that sway side to side around your spine up. Little sway, little sway. And then when you come all the way to stand, keep the sway. Just gonna lay your arms, swing by your sides, back and forth. Good. And then find your mountain pose. We'll do a couple more balance poses, and then that will be the peak of the class, and then we'll start to wind it down. So let's start with easy tree. So if balance is hard, feel free to come against the wall. You can place your ankle, your foot on your ankle, your calf, or your thigh. Just try not to go right on the knee joint. So balance here, hands at your heart. Lift up tall through your spine. Maybe you want to stretch your arms up, reach them out. You could challenge yourself, maybe twist a little side to side, sway, side bend.
Love everyone. Finding happening. Soul.
And then when you're ready, bring your right knee forward, maybe stretch it high. Good, put it down, give that like a little shake, 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 shake. Maybe shake out your arms a little bit. Good, and then shift your weight to the right foot, hug your left knee into your chest. Good, and then find your tree pose. Left foot to the thigh, calf, maybe the ankle. Good, and really ground to that standing leg. Press your foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Lift up through your chest to the crown of the head. And then maybe you want to grow your tree, arms stretch high. Maybe they reach out. Drop your shoulders down a little. Good, hands come through your heart. Bring your left leg forward. Stretch it out, lower it down. Give it a little shake, shake, shake. Good, 2 more balance poses. Dancer, bring your right hand out by your hip. Good, now bend your right knee, wrap it inside the ankle with a foot. Stretch your left arm forward, and then kick your right leg back behind you. Kick your leg up, reach your chest up, reach your arm up, kick, 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 reach, 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 lift, lift, lift. Good, and then switch, lower down, pause. And the other side, left hand comes out by your hip, bend your knee, grab the foot. You can think about drawing your knees in towards one another. Feel stretch to the thigh, maybe reach your right arm forward, hold it here, or kick back. Kick that leg as high as it'll go, reach your chest, reach, kick, lift. And then lower down, shake it out. One more balance pose, eagle. So reach your arms out to a T. Press your right elbow underneath the left, circle at the forearms and the wrists. If that doesn't work, you always bring hands on opposite shoulders. Good, bend your knees and sit your seat down like you're sitting in a chair, and then lift your right leg and stack on top of the left. Maybe the right toes hook behind your left calf. Sit low and then stretch your arms up. And then rise up, uncross your legs, uncross your arms, stretch them up. Lower down, breath in. Exhale. Reach your arms out to a T. Cross your left elbow underneath the right this time. So you can hug your forearms together, your palms together. So double wrap or just elbows crossed and hands on opposite shoulders. Then bend your knees, sink your seat down. Lift your left leg up, cross it on top of the right. Maybe you hook your left toes behind your right calf, sit down. Focus, balance, concentrate. Good, and then rise up, cross your legs, open your arms, stretch them high, lower down. And heel toe your feet open for squat, malasana. And if you have a block or a support, sometimes it's nice to sit on a block here, especially if your heels don't come to the floor. So bring your heels out, bring your knees inside, bring the elbows inside the knees, push your knees open, lift your chest, try to get your heels down. And if anyone feels like an arm balance day, you can bring your hands down, lift up into an arm balance. So this is the point in the class, if you think of a yoga class like that structure. We've gone through our centering, our warm-up, sun salutation, standing poses, balancing poses. So this point of the class is like the pinnacle, the peak. And this is where you could introduce maybe a really challenging pose, an inversion and arm balance, something that feels really fun. And then we'll start to slow it down. So last opportunity here, maybe play with crow, come forward, balance. Good, and then take it back straight to your downward facing dog, or you can take another vinyasa here, plank, yogi push-up, up dog, downward facing. All right, in downward facing dog, stretch your right leg up and back behind you. Good. And then step your right foot forward between your hands. Drop your back knee. Let your hands come down onto blocks if you need support, if you're tight, or just have your hands on the floor. Pull your chest forward, bend the front knee. Good, now rock your hips back as you straighten your leg. Do that a couple of times, come forward, and then back. Rock and roll your hips forward, and back. And the next time you come back, hold it back from right heel towards your left knee, chest over your thighs. Maybe turn your toes out and in, flex and point lower. You can walk your hands to outside that right leg. Or you could even come into a full split here, right leg forward, left leg back. Good. Really breathe, feel, notice what you're experiencing in the stretch. If you went all the way into your full split, come back to a half split, and then bend into your front knee, shift forward. Heel toe your right foot to the right. Your hands inside that foot, you can pull forward. Come down onto your forearms. Soften here, low lunge. You can also take a variation where you walk your left hand out, press your right hand inside the thigh. Or bend your back knee, reach around, grab your heel. Take one more deep breath here. And then as you're ready, straighten your arms. Heel toe your right foot over to the left. Right knee behind your right wrist. Walk your hands in. Lift your chest up, lengthen your spine, get tall. Good, and then from here we'll lower into pigeon pose. So come down to your elbows, your forearms all the way down. Good, so nice deep stretch in that right hip. See if you can hold it here and breathe deeply. Maybe let your eyes close, soften. Take 2 more deep breaths in and out here. And then from here, as you're ready, walk your hands in and lift your chest up. Roll onto the outside edge of your right hip and then swing your left leg around in front of you. Good. Place your right foot down on the floor. Flex your left foot for figure 4 position. So like flex your left foot on top of the right thigh. Rock a little here side to side. You could come onto your back or come forward, stacking one shin on top of the other, really flexing your feet. And then trying to fold in, fold forward. And slowly rise up or come up. Place your feet down on the floor with your knees bent. Gently drop your knees from side to side. But let's take a forward fold in between sides of the hip openers. So soles of the feet together, knees open. Bring your hands behind your back, lift your chest. Walk your hips in towards your heels and use the strength of your legs to press your knees open. So you can hold here if that feels good or start to walk forward. Maybe hands grab around the feet. Interlace the fingers between the toes. The elbows press the knees down. And then slowly rise up. Bring your hands to outside the legs. Give yourself a little hug, a little squeeze. Draw it in, maybe chin to chest. And then rise up, place your hands down behind your back, reverse table, press up. And then lower back down. Cross your ankles, roll over your knees, take it back to downward facing dog. And if you want to take a flow, you can. Go to plank, yogi push-up, up dog, to down dog. All right, other side, left leg lifts, nice and high. And then step that left foot forward between your hands. Drop your back knee, low lunge. Good, so set up your position as you pull your chest forward, lift up. Good, and then rock your hips back, straighten your front leg. Just do that a couple times, rock it back, and rock it forward. 2 more. Good, then next time you rock it back, hold it there. Think left heel toward your right knee. Chest over your thighs. Turn your toes out and in, flex and point. You can walk your hands over to the left. An option is slide into your full split. That would feel good for you here. Now, if you want to do your full split, come back into your half split. We'll shift forward again. Bend into your front knee, drop your hips. Low lizard lunge, hands come down. Maybe you can drop onto the forearms. You can bend your back knee, reach around, maybe press your left hand inside the thigh, open. And as you're ready, straighten your arms. Rise back up, heel toe your left foot over to the right for pigeon. Left knee behind your left wrist. Tuck your right toes, scoot your right leg back. Walk your hands in, lift your chest, and then lower down. Maybe coming to the forearms, the elbows all the way down. You can let your head drop here. So feel that stretch on your left side. Full breath in, full breath out. Take your last breath here. And then as you're ready, walk your hands in, lift your chest up, lengthen. See if you can bend your back knee, reach around, grab your ankle or foot, pull it in. Good, release that. Pull heavy onto your left hip, swing your right leg around in front of you. Stack your right ankle on top of the left knee. Flex your foot, drop your knee open, lift through your chest. You can stay here. You can come onto your back, figure 4, or stack your shins one on top of each other here. And then as you're ready, slowly rise back up to a seated position. Extend your legs forward. So that was your little hip opener block. Now we'll do some forward folds. So legs extend straight out in front of you. Flex your feet back toward your face. Sit up tall. Reach your arms down, stretch them up. And then fold forward. Reach toward your toes. And if you're really tight, if you're kind of up here, just let your head drop and maybe feel a nice stretch in your back. Maybe feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings, your calves. And as you're ready, rise up. Hug your shoulders up towards your ears, circle them around, back and down. Give your legs a little shake, shake, shake. Good. And then bring your legs out into a wide V. So you can face the side of the mat if you want. Good. You can move your hips a little side to side. Lift up tall. And then lower your right forearm down. Reach your left arm up and over. Good. Turn towards your right leg and fold. Maybe left hand reaches the outside, the right foot. Square your shoulders. Come down. And then take your time to rise back up. If you're really tight here, remember you can elevate your hips. If your pelvis is kind of tilting back and it needs to come forward to give you more space, feel free to prop yourself up on something. Left arm down, right arm up and over. Good, then turn towards your leg and fold forward. Rise back up to seated and really flex your feet. Sit tall. We're just gonna walk the hands down to center. Lower down, nice deep fold, nice deep opening your hips. Notice what you feel where, what sensations are coming up. Final breath here. And then walk your hands in, lift your chest up, lengthen, bring your shoulders up towards your ears, circle them around, back and down with the sigh. So now in a practice, we would usually come onto the back, maybe do some hip opener, or we've done hip openers, maybe do some back bends and core. Today, we're just gonna come onto the back. So you can switch to the top of the mat, place your feet down with your knees bent, stretch your arms forward, lower down. When you get there, hug your knees in, maybe rock a little side to side. An option for bridge pose, place your feet down, lift your hips up. This is also a nice thing to do with a prop underneath your low back. This is called a restorative bridge, which might feel really nice. If you're holding bridge, you can shimmy your shoulders in a little more, maybe interlace your fingers, maybe lift the heels up and down, maybe lift your toes up and down. Good, and then come back down, press your low back down. And then do it again, or full wheel, hands underneath your shoulders, straighten the arms and legs, rise all the way up. And then come back down. Everyone, press your low back down, and then work your feet toward the edges of the mat, turn your knees in. Feel that internal rotation. And then just windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Good. And then give your knees a hug, a squeeze it, rock back and forth. Good. Bend your knees and drop them down to the left. Open your arms out to a T, gaze right. So imagine your spine is like a wet washcloth wringing out. And then take yourself back to center, knees draw in, give yourself a squeeze, rock side to side. And then drop your knees down to the right, arms to a T, gaze left. You can let your eyes close here, relax and soften deeply. And then come back to center, draw your knees in, give yourself a nice big squeeze. Good, and then see if you can grab the outside edges of your feet for happy baby. Maybe rock a little side to side. Maybe grab behind your legs. You extend one leg out and the other. It might even feel good here if you extend both legs out to a wide V. Nice stretch. Good, then stretch your legs up and your arms up and give everything a nice big shake, 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 shake it nice and hard. Shake, 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 shake. And then still you're shaking and lower to the mat. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Arms can reach up and overhead. Maybe you take one hand in the other so that your body is making a shape like an infinity sign. Deep breath in. Big exhale. And just deciding if there are any other final poses you might want to move through. This is when we might do an inversion practice. You could do a shoulder stand, plow, or ear pressure pose. You could come against the wall and do legs up the wall, supported inversion, or practice your headstand or handstand. So now just letting yourself get really still. So arriving for your last pose, Shavasana. And just let yourself get all the wiggles out. So if you need to move or adjust, do that. And then get really still. Take a deep breath in. And let a big sigh out through your mouth. Good, again, breathe in. Big sigh. Last breath, breathe in. Sigh out. Now let your body rest here. Starting at the crown of the head, relax the crown of the head. And then down the back of the skull, back of the neck. Relax the front of the face, the forehead, the temples, the chin, the mouth, the jaw. And then move your attention down the front of the throat and into the chest. Relax your right shoulder and your left shoulder, up and down the back body, into the spine, down to your hips. And then come to the front body, soften your right shoulder and your left shoulder. Move down to your right elbow and wrist and hand, the palm of the hand and each finger. Soften the left shoulder, the left wrist and elbow, hand, palm, each finger. And then move back into the center of your chest. Relax your ribs, your belly, down the front of your torso. The right hip, the right knee, the right shin and calf soften all the way to the right ankle, the foot and each toe. Feel the left hip, soften it down to the left thigh, the knee, the shin, the calf, the ankle and the foot, each toe on the left side. Let the whole body relax, maybe taking another wave of breath up on your inhale, down on your exhale. Notice if there's any remaining tension and invite it to soften and release. Let your skin soften off the muscles. Let the muscles soften off the bones and let your bones get heavy. Deep rest, Shavasana. From here, slowly begin to deepen your breath. As you feel the belly rise and fall. Breath in, breath out. Notice the effects of the practice on your body. The difference between how you feel now and how you felt when we first began. And then as you're ready, gently start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your ankles and wrists. Turn your head side to side. Now stretch your arms up and your feet down. Lengthen your body top to bottom. Stretch and reach. And then bend your knees into your chest. Give yourself a gentle squeeze. Pull in. Maybe rocking a little side to side. And then roll your right side. Pause here, resting in a fetal position. And then here an invitation to take what you want and leave what you don't. So in that fetal position, the position you were in for 9 months of your life, think of yourself like a tiny baby and let this be like a rebirth. So anything you don't want to carry with you, anything you want to release and let go of, let it melt into the mat or the floor where you are and let it go as you move forward into the rest of your day. Now taking your time, rise up to a seated position, sitting up nice and tall. Lengthen through your spine and then place your hands together in front of your heart, palms touching. Take a deep breath in. Let a big sigh out of the mouth. And then close your practice here in a spirit of deep gratitude. Gratitude to the body, the breath, the mind, your health, your friends, your community. Breathe in. Exhale. And then closing the practice, bowing and saying namaste. The light in me sees and honors the light inside of you. Great job. Thank you, everyone. So I hope that was a good explanation of a yoga sequence. I'm going to post something on Moodle with a little bit of more of an explanation. And then your assignment is due on Friday by 5 o'clock or by the end of the day. So if you have any questions, you can email me or say something now. And that should be it for today. Any other questions? Feeling good? Okay.
Can I speak to you privately?
Who said that?
Me.
Yeah, sure. We can just wait until everyone leaves the meeting.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, you guys. Have a great day. Shelby, Jimmy, Tyson, are you guys?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to stop the video.
Okay. If you just go end meeting, that'll do it, I think.
Oh, I see it. Leave meeting. Thank you.
Bye. Tyson and Jimmy, are you guys still there? Bye, Tyson. I wonder if I can. Okay. Hey, how's it going?
Okay. So can you explain what the homework assignment is?
Yeah, sure. So
Like-
you have to teach a yoga class to someone else using the concepts of the sequencing. So picking poses in all the categories we went over. So the centering, and then the sun salutations, and then the warriors, the balance poses, and then hip openers. And I can send you an example of what another class might look like that. And it's about, it doesn't have to be long. You can do 10, 20 minutes, as long as you get everything in, and then teach it to someone else, and then record that and send it to me. And if you don't have a way to record, you can just send me the sequence you wrote, and then like a short paragraph recapping how that went.
Okay.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
No,
Okay,
thank you.
awesome. You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks. Bye.